So, over the last 2 weeks or so, we've seen so much heightened political activities in the two counties from Kisii, and because the Deputy Governor of Kisii County, Honorable Josh Mangi, made a statement condemning corruption in Kisii County government. In other words, everything that you've been seeing in Kisii was a reactionary activity over the sentiments made by His Excellency Josh Mangi, the Deputy Governor. Because of his utterances and stand against corruption, he has been trailed by suspicious vehicles with government registration numbers. He has also been intimidated by agents of the Kisii County government. His staff, including the personal assistants, have been transferred, and very remarkably, his official vehicles were taken away from him at 4 a.m. on Friday morning by 12 armed police officers. This act of withdrawing his vehicles at 4 a.m., just before the so-called BBI meeting, building bridges, while destroying other bridges in Kisii, was clearly meant to intimidate him, plus those of his political positions, from attending the so-called BBI meeting. We wish they knew that we were not planning to attend anyway. Mr. Mangi has reported these matters to the police because he justifiably fears for his life. As leaders from Kisii region, and of course based on what has happened to him, plus other leaders who are being intimidated, we wish to state the following: that we condemn with the strongest terms possible the impunity portrayed by the governor of Kisii County in using government resources to harass his perceived enemies when they question his corrupt practices. He's just started with the deputy governor. I'm sure he's going for the MCAs because, of course, he can't touch the MPs. He's hiding behind the handshake. We wish to ask the national government to ensure that the lives of those who are whistleblowers, including Mr. Mangi, are protected. We wish to ask the EACC as well as the DCI, which we highly doubt because the EACC officials in Kisii are housed by the governor. They don't pay rent. They live in the houses that are owned by the governor. To immediately launch investigations into the corruption allegations in the two counties of Kisii and Nyamira. It's a well-known fact that there are several spending bills in these two counties, and yet we know that every time they get money, they pay their cronies and relatives who do ghost projects at the expense of those who are properly owed. In fact, we know of contractors who have died because of frustrations arising from non-payment, because of the loans and everything. We ask that these two governors pay the genuine pending bills and save the honest contractors from the untold sufferings they are going through. We are also asking the CS Interior, Dr. Fred Matiangi, to stop protecting these two governors and let them face the law of their corrupt practices, which is hurting the people of Kisii region. The CS claims to be very clean and is a no-nonsense person. But recently, now that he joined politics, every person who is corrupt, he is now protecting them too. We are telling him to arrest these governors who are thieves, who are corrupt. They should not hide behind the handshake, hide behind calling the CS kingpin to avoid being arrested. Lastly, we want to give notice to the two governors that we are planning a mega demonstration. It's called a 1 million march that will involve all the 13 sub-counties to demand service to the people of Kisii and Nyamira. And we mean service. We do not understand how Kisii County can spend 18 million for a BBI consultative meeting without, of course, the team being gazetted, or before the team was gazetted. Yet the Suneka market that was supposed to be made with 100 million can hardly pick up. I mean, they've only spent 65 million, yet it's quarterly done. 3 years down the line. Nyamira County the same. All those problems. So we are demanding that they work To that extent, we are appealing to the people of the two counties to stand up and demand for both justice and services. So what we are ideally saying, members of the press, is that for us, we are actually not playing politics, and this should go out to people very well. We are not playing politics. It's been 7 years since we enjoyed the new leadership of devolution and everything. But I can tell you that in our two counties, Nyamira and Kisii, nothing tangible. We still have unfinished or incomplete ECD classes. We still have incomplete roads. We still have money for grants being pocketed from the World Bank and other donors. We still have roads that are not passable. But what we see is now thieves hiding behind the handshake, hiding behind BBI, claiming that they're in support of BBI than the rest. I don't know the parameter they use to measure us. It should be well noted that all the leaders standing here, including those leaders that support the Deputy President, are in support of the BBI. We do not understand the campaign using public participation, and we do not understand how you can do public participation on a report. We all know that public participation is done on a bill, not a report. You can't do public participation on a report. It is simply a report. It's not converted to a law. There is no legal framework to do a public participation. So spending public money, and then you start harassing people who are opposing to that. I mean, what bridges are you creating? You're harassing the deputy governor. You've sent goons in his office that he cannot access his office. You've picked his vehicles, but you're claiming to be building bridges. I mean, collecting people from all over. And the Right Honorable Raila Odinga coming to Kisii to collect money from the county. We are not going to accept that. Thank you very much.